All right. What is up, you guys? So I'm under the gun. I gotta go we gotta go look at a house. So I'm gonna do a live stream instead of making a video because it's faster. But also I want to talk to you guys about the fights last night, dude. What on earth? That fight card was absolutely bananas. Like bananas. Dude, the first during it was nothing but stoppages. Like the first fight of the night. The first fight of the night is a girl fight that ends up with like a brutality level knee to the liver knockout. Like, really? After she had landed a million strikes. That girl's good. I like, if you were a person who had like in advance of the show been like, oh, okay, it's Dustin's retirement fight. It's going to be in Louisiana. I got to go. It's going to be amazing. Like I can't even imagine what it must have been like to be there live. I honestly cannot even imagine how fun that must have been last night, seeing that fight card live. It was like, it just delivered on every level. I want to start actually. I just want to talk about Dustin Poirier after, like, obviously his final dance was obviously the central theme of the night. And so I thought a lot about how the UFC treated him, but also just like what does Dustin Poirier's career represent in terms of the human experience? Because it's impossible to, at least for me, like if you kind of watch the sport the way that I do, it's impossible to not kind of compare Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier because, you know, when they were both, I think like it was Dustin's maybe like third fight and Conor's like second or third fight when they fought the first time at 45. And then you kind of watch the trajectory and it's like, okay, so Conor is doing Conor things. Dustin went out like that and he never won the world title, and he never, like, he won the interim belt, but every other time that he got the opportunity, he came up short. But I actually think, I was watching last night, I was thinking to myself that the fact that he didn't win that fight makes it even better. And I'll tell you exactly why. It's because what his career represents is the fact that the accolades are not what it's about at the end of the day. Like, of course, everyone wants to win the title. Everyone wants to win the title. Everybody wants to stay world champion for however long. But what, you know, I've heard Michael Chandler say this too, that he wants to be able to look himself in the mirror at the end of his career and know that he did absolutely everything that he could to, you know, bring his best version of himself every single time he fought. And Poirier, I mean, could anybody say like Poirier didn't go out on top? You know what I mean? Poirier didn't go out on top. The guy did everything right throughout his entire career. And at the end of the day, through circumstance or just great fucking karma, he's walking away from the game a straight up legend and with lots and lots and lots and lots of money. You know, it's about the journey. Like, that's honestly, that's what I was thinking about last night. It's like, as long as a person chases their dream, like goes all in on their dream and then gives it everything that they possibly can, it doesn't really matter if you make it or not, you know? I mean, like, it matters in terms of, I mean, it can have real world, repercussions. If you're like, you know what, I'm chasing my dream to be a professional surfer. And you're like, have you ever surfed? No, but I love the ocean. So I'm going to quit my job and go do that. And your wife's like, okay. You know, like it's not like there are no parameters for, you know, what I'm saying, but for Poirier coming out of where he started and then now where he finished, I mean, like I don't usually like super gaudy ass chains, you know, like diamond out chains. But for Poirier, it's different because Poirier wearing like an iced out Louisiana chain, that's like a metaphor for his entire life, you know? It's just, I don't know. It's awesome, man. Choke Dealer, what's up, bro? I thought Dustin wanted to fight, but I was drunk. Oh, won the fight, I assume. I'm going to rewatch. Oh, no, he definitely didn't win. He didn't win. What happened to episode 2 of The War Room? What do you mean? It's up. It's up. I mean, as far as I know, I mean, I shared it with someone yesterday. Let me double check though, so that I don't. So I don't tell you the. Yeah, it's right there. It's right there. Anyway, but yeah. So the I mean, Poirier, that fight went. That fight went exactly as anyone with a brain would have anticipated, you know, that like, I mean, honestly, if you really think about it, it's like, of course, that's the way it went, where, you know, Dustin almost gets stopped in the first and second, and then he rallies back in the third, fourth, fifth. And like, you know, he knocks down Holloway, could have almost finished the fight in the end of the second. And then just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's bananas, dude. It was such a good fight. Such a good fight. That's, I want to go through the whole card, but that's what those guys are pissed at Dana about. So check this out. Like here, I'll play this clip for you.
Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier were furious after being snubbed for the fight of the night bonus. UFC cameras caught the two expressing their frustration backstage after their 5-round war.
Oh, how did we not get fight at night, bro? We didn't? No, it's some bullshit. Let's tell Dana. What? Take you tell me, man. Tell his ass.
We didn't get it?
No, they gave it to freaking Allen and Matar. I don't even know. What? We done almost finished each other in the same damn round.
Yeah.
What the hell, bro?
You got the belt. You're the champ.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, it was an honor, bro.
No,
It really was
honor
such an
yours.
honor. Your right hand hurt?
Yeah, bro. I hit your fat head, bro. My thumb. I'm like, motherfucker, bro.
My fucking thumbs are hurting.
Yeah, my thumb hurting too, bro. Thank you. Hey, for real, let me know about the
Such a
foundation.
big fan of yours.
Let me know
Yeah.
about the foundation.
Let me know if we can do something in Hawaii.
Yes.
I'd love to. Always stay in touch. I'll hit you up. If there's something we can do, let's do it.
Thank you, brother. Please.
Have a good night.
ESP.
God, I love those guys, man. I love those guys. Yeah, I'm not sure anybody's going to beat Poirier. Honestly. I don't know if anybody's going to beat him. But talking big after one, I mean, he's not one win in a row at 55. Like, I mean, the only it's a weird situation with Max because the current champion at 55 stretched him at 45. But at the same time, like, you can't judge a guy on a fight at a different weight class when he's now in a different weight class. You judge him on how he has done in that weight class. Like, that's how it works. It's like, people are different fighters. Like, they are really, really different fighters. You know, they're just, so in my experience, honestly, just paying attention, the better fighters, they always do better when they go up, unless they're just straight up being lazy, you know, like, unless they're like just being lazy. Like, there are some guys, obviously, that like you look, you're like, I mean, you were pretty like fit at that weight class and you go up. I mean, some guys are just savages and they'll fight wherever, you know, like they'll just fight wherever. But there are other guys who don't want to cut all the, you know, they'd rather not cut all the weight. And so they fight at a weight class above and, you know, they're not better. But like the guys that have been like killing themselves to make the weight class they've been fighting in, you know, it's like, then they go up and they always do better. They always do better. No, not everyone does better going up. I'm saying the guys that are really fucking good. And then, but they've been just, it's like a horror show to get to that weight class. Once they finally just go, okay, I'm going to fight at this weight class, they end up doing better. You know what I mean? But, yeah, man, the thing, but to everybody's point though, with Max in that fight, Max looked so good. He looked so good, but it's crazy. He gets touched, dude. Like, I mean, he's getting touched. Like Dustin is still just as good. Like, I mean, I don't see like I didn't see any drop off in his skills. He's super fast. He's got great straight punches. I was telling everybody, like, if you watch me and Shab, like if you guys go watch this episode, this is a really fun one. Like, you know, now me and Shab have done 2 of these, and we'll do one. We're gonna do one for every big event. But in that one, you know, I was saying, I'm like, it's a very different fight than the Gaethje fight. You know, like Gaethje and Dustin match up stylistically to where they're a car crash that happens where Max absolutely pieced Gaethje apart, and Dustin had beat Max 2 times prior to this, and then this fight was much closer. It's like, even though it seems like, oh, this guy's a good striker, this guy's a good striker, it's like, that's not all there is. It's like, what are they good at? You know, it's not just they're good at striking. It's like, okay, well, what specifically are they good at striking? And, you know, Gaethje is a leg kick murder machine who's like, you know, his footwork's good and he moves, you know, but like Poirier throws vicious, he moves forward really well and throws great straight punches. That's not how Gaethje fights, you know? And I mean, they obviously both are amazing and have success, but it's just different. Like I said in that, in my take there, that it was like, this is going to be a much closer fight than the Holloway and Gaethje fight. But Max looks, honestly, he looks fast as fuck at 55. Like he looks, I guarantee if you watch him at 45, 55, like he just looks more powerful to me. Like he looks like he moves exactly the same, except he hits harder. Is my take. Dude, he just beat, like he has 2 fights at 55 and he stretched Gaethje after beating his fucking ass for 5 straight rounds. And then he almost finished Dustin in the first 2 rounds and then won a decisive decision. Like, he's fucking good, dude. At 55, right? If you pulled, you know, Ilya is just like, that's so crazy. Like that. It's so crazy that Ilya is that big of a problem for everybody. Ilya in his last 3 fights has starched Volkanovski, Holloway, and Charles Oliveira. What, dude? You know what I mean? Like, he's got to be the hardest puncher. Like, I mean, I'm trying to think of somebody for the weight class carries the power that guy does. Yaro Ruiz, what's up, man? Max should have been at 55. Imagine if he moved up sooner. I mean, my man, he literally had one of the longest title runs ever at 45. So it's like, you know, I don't think, I don't know if we can like throw rocks at his career, given that, I mean, he defended the title a shitload of times at 45. Volkanovski finally, you know, got him off, and then Volkanovski had his run. It would have been, I agree with you though, it would have been really interesting if he would have gone straight to 55 after the Volk fights, you know, that would have been awesome. But if I'm being straight, I honestly think Max is like better. Like he looks to me like he has continued to improve, which is crazy given the runs that he's gone on. But man, he moves forward so well, dude. He just blitzes forward. He can hit you from so far away. The only thing though is that with his style, when he moves backwards, like that's how he gets touched. It's like, you know, he's not like a big in tight guy. Like he's you know, he tries to avoid punches with like movement, and he has his head up, and it's like eventually you're gonna get punched. And like with Ilya, you can't get punched, dude. Like you can't get punched by Ilya. But we'll see how that goes. But just talk about how someone like Ilya beat Max, who had BMF, and people say the belt is a gimmick because Ilya don't have BMF. So, okay, the reality of that situation is like, you know, okay, so the Ilya's, it's a gimmick, whatever. It's like, well, the belt itself is a gimmick, you know, like it's a completely different thing. The BMF like title is not the world title. The BMF title is basically, honestly, if you break down what it really is, it's this completely separate floating thing that exists where you can reward 2 guys who are superstars, total savages, and not champions, right? It's a way that you can kind of headline these guys, and where they've won every other part of the fight game, you know? Like I've always said, the fight game is way more than just winning fights, right? I have this conversation with people. People think it's unfair, but it is what it is, right? Max's skills still sharp, mileage adding up though. I don't know, dude, about the miles, man. He's 33. He's 33, dude. Everybody always says that about him. They're like, "Oh man, he's got the miles on him." He got flatlined by Ilya, and he came back. He looked better. You know, the guy's a savage, dude. But this is exactly it's stand and bang title. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. It's the stand and bang title with people who both have a big name. You know, like there's no scenario where they're just going to like put some random who's got, you know, whatever. Like they have to be big names and they're going to stand and bang. But when they did the title fight, they specifically said that the BMF belt is not on the line, which was smart. You should never, ever, ever have both belts on the line at the same time because that's stupid. Then of course the BMF belt just becomes a a secondary prize for the one that actually matters. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it started with Masvidal and Nate Diaz. It started with Masvidal and Nate Diaz. And like The Rock brought it out and shit. It was like I don't know. Yeah, it was funny, dude. And Masvidal beat Nate in, I think it was like 2019. I feel like it's 2019. Yeah. And that was the fight when Masvidal won. And then in the press conference after the fight, he was eating the pizza and they were asking about Conor, you know, they're like, "Oh, what about the Conor fight?" Like, and he's like that. He called him a midget. You know, I'll fuck that midget up, man. That was awesome, dude. Let's look at the rest of the card though. So, because the fights were unbelievable, dude. Like the fights were literally unbelievable. It's like Michael Johnson has won 3 in a row. What an absolute fucking savage that guy is, dude. Like Michael Johnson 3 fights ago, it was like, okay, so if he loses, he's done, right? If you do, and now he's on a 3-fight win streak. And he looks good. Like, look at this. Okay, this is where he was at starting in 2019. Okay, who comes back from this? Knockout by Josh Emmett, beat up by Stephen Ray, submitted by Thiago Moises, loses a decision to Clay Guida, gets a knockout win, loses split decision, wins decision, loses by knockout. Okay, and this is right here. It's like, look at this. Okay, he was 2-6 in his last 8 fights. And he was in 2023, he was 37. Okay. He's 37 years old and he's 2-6 in his last 8. And then boom. Wins 3 in a row. When does that ever happen? That shit never happens. Never. So good for him, dude. The Ige and Pitbull fight was good. The Holland and D-Rod fight was bananas good. That was crazy. Yeah, exactly. Yarrow, dude. That fight was insane. That could have got fight of the night. That could have easily got, I don't even know, like, because the fight of the night, they gave it to Vettori and what's his name? Brendan Allen, sorry. And that was a fucking incredible fight. I mean, that fight was bananas too. I was rooting for Vettori only because, like, you know, everything that happened with his brother, dude, was like, fuck, man, this guy needs a win. On his way out, I was looking at Vettori, just thinking about what had happened in his family, and like grief like that is a beast, dude. Like it doesn't just like go away because you have a fight, you know. It's like I mean, his brother, they were best friends. His brother dies in a fire Like, doesn't just like, not just passes away from whatever, like dies in a way that, you know, a person has to sit there and think about whether, like, what they felt before. Yeah, it's a fucking nightmare, dude. Like an absolute nightmare. But that's a great fight, dude. And Paulo Costa looked amazing. Paulo Costa looked great, dude. He's good, man. His body kicks look so good, dude. Like, he just throws those with heat, man. He should do like, he's like a social media guy, dude. He should do like the body shot challenge and just like start offering people money to allow him to kick them full throttle in their body. You know, it's like, you know, like be like, if you could take me kicking you in your body as hard as I can, and you stay like standing, I'll give you $1,000 or something. I don't know. Something where he gets to, like, where we get to see him kick a regular person, like a moron who would volunteer for that. But like, just so that people start to wrap their brain around like how tough these fucking guys are. You know, like, you ever been kicked full throttle? Dude, I've never been kicked by anybody fucking like Paulo Costa ever. Full throttle. Like, so, you know, you just watch that and you're like, dude, it's so crazy. These guys just eat tons of those kicks. It's bananas, dude. Mexican martial arts thinks it was a work. He thinks which one? But man, Kopylov had nothing for Paulo at all. Like, nothing. That whole thing, I mean, the whole thing that they did for Dustin was pretty amazing, though. Like, I've never seen them go that all out for a guy in his wait. You're saying Paulo should have thrown spinning heel kick the whole fight, would have been a KO for the decision. Are you talking like a wheel kick, you mean? Like you're talking like a wheel kick head, like yeah, wheel kick to the head. Dude, if you land a wheel kick on Kopylov, given like his ability to manage distance, that would have been, you're right, that would have been incredible. Oh, bro. If I have had this conversation with people a million times that I am 100% convinced that if Rogan does a full throttle spinning back kick into the solar plex of any human, right? Like, you just pick like if you just take all of humanity and Rogan spinning back kicks all of them straight as hard as he can to the solar plexus, I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know, man, like 30 or 40% of people die. Like, I think he kills them with that shot. You know, like, just think of oh my God, I hate that when you can't sneeze. Like, just think of the impact on like a regular person, like a frail, kind of like a more frail person. I am convinced like it would just destroy their rib cage, and like I don't even know, dude. Ribs would like puncture their lung or something. I have fucking no idea. I just know that if he kicks most people like that, they're gonna fucking die, I think. I vote we use Wes Watson to be that test dummy. Dude, Wes wouldn't die if Rogan fucking kicked him. I think you're talking about Paulo Costa, but it's actually more fun thinking about Rogan doing it. Yeah, I mean, he definitely wouldn't die. He's got plenty of meat on him to absorb it. He just, you know, he would be toppled over, and I don't even know. I mean, like, there's no one who could eat that thing. There's no one who could eat that thing full throttle. You know what I mean? Oh, Bill Gates dead as fuck. Bill Gates dead. He fucking dead. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that Bill Gates is actually a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like a regular, you know, kind of like, hello. You know, because like you don't even notice people like that just out in the world. You know, people just, I mean, you notice them, but like they don't like stand, you know, to people like us, if you're being honest, right? Like, if you're being honest and you kind of go through your life, you're at the grocery store, there's a million people kind of walking around. the ones who kind of pop out to you that you're like, oh, and you actually like notice them are people who kind of look like us, right? Where it's like, oh, that looks like a formidable person, or for some other reason. But like the people that look like Bill Gates will just fucking walk right by you. It'll just never even register in your brain. And I'm saying that motherfucker gets kicked by Rogan, dies, dead. Do I think I could take one of the? Wait, do I think I could take one? Well, I mean, I wouldn't die. I wouldn't die. I would fuck. Oh my God, bro. If Rogan kicked me straight in the solar plex, fuck that shit, dude. Like, I actually, real talk, if someone's like, how much money would it require for you to let Rogan kick you full throttle with that spinning back kick to your solar plex? It's a big number, like a real big number, a really big number. Fuck that, dude. Oh my God, it's be a nightmare. I mean, if we're talking like take a body kick from Paulo Costa, that number is way lower. Way lower. But candidly, I'm just saying, like, in general, letting someone spinning back kick my solar plex who knows how to do like a spinning back kick, that is the shot that I would be most terrified of by a mile. You know, like, I'll let somebody kick my body, dude. Like, it'll hurt a lot, but I'll be able to eat that. You know, like I would much prefer not to, you know, like, I would much prefer not to. Choke Dealer, thank you, dude. You guys, welcome to the membership center. Lots of new content for you guys to check out. I'm actually going to I'm going to be doing something in members only over the next, like, I don't know, month, where there are all these videos that Mouthy Buddha does that he got kicked off the platform or whatever. And there's like at least sections of some of these videos that I want to show. And the topics are too like they would get demonetized and 18 plus for sure. So I think I'm going to put them in members only. Like, I'll show you guys so there's one in particular, which is the one that I cannot wait to show this to people, because I always send this link to people and it's extraordinarily rare when anybody actually fucking watches it. And it's one of the Elite Human Trafficking series. It's actually Elite Human Trafficking episode 6. And he goes through, because like everything about that, Candace is covering that right now. Everything about the like elite human trafficking stuff is like, there's so much smoke where you're like, come on, dude. Like, what else could this be? But you don't know for sure for any of it. Like if you really try to grab on tight to it, it'll like slip through your fingers. The Podesta stuff, it's like, hey, Marina Abramovich wants to know if you're going to be going to her spirit cooking dinner. Look up spirit cooking, and you're like, Aleister Crowley. Okay, cool. So spirit cooking is a satanic fucking witchcraft, like, fertility thing where they take sperm and blood and fucking write on the wall with it, and then like slice your finger open. Like, it's a satanic ritual. Why is John Podesta going to that? Why is he invited to that? And Tony Podesta is already going, like, what, why would they be? So it's like, but you can't like grab onto that. But the episode 6 that I'm talking about is like, this happened in the UK in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. All of it is 100% verifiable. And it's like, yeah, in the United Kingdom in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, there was an absolutely stone proven elite satanic pedophile ring that was running the government. Like, and they were all getting knighted. Like, all these guys were getting knighted. All of them have the eyebrows twisted up. It's like so fucking bananas. And it's like, and in that one, he's like, I encourage everybody to go do the research and verify it. And I did. It's all 100% true. Like, it's not even disputable. In the UK, this group of the most powerful people in the world were satanic pedophiles. Bottom line. This is not even up for debate. So I'm going to put that one into members only as an appetizer. But that said, Candace is covering all of this right now. As a matter of fact, man, I wonder if she knows it. Because in her series, she's doing, like, Candace is doing Pizzagate right now. She won't call it that. Like, she's not calling it that. She's saying that she's doing the Epstein story. but she's making very clear where she's going, you know, and I'm here for it, dude. I've only watched the first 2 episodes. I mean, that's all that's out yet and it's fascinating, dude. The first, I mean, literally, like anybody who's like, we're talking about Epstein, you know, if you're talking about Epstein, it's like, okay, so, you know, it's all, oh, we know he's Mossad. And you're like, how do you know he's Mossad? They're like, well, we've just heard a lot of people say that. Like, that's what it was for me. I'm like, yeah, I always heard that he was in Israeli intelligence because of, Ghislaine Maxwell's dad, whatever. Like, by the end of the first episode, Candace has laid it out, and you're like, oh, okay, well, this conversation's over. He's 1,000% Mossad. And then, like, you know, they get into the history of people getting recorded, all this stuff, that it's like, he was exactly what everybody's been saying he was. Israeli intelligence that was literally entrapping people and blackmailing them, business magnates, government people, for sure. For sure. And if we're being honest, dude, I've been covering this, you know, the last like week or two. And, you know, my instinct is to go light on the big guy just because, you know, like maybe he's doing this for whatever, but okay. Like, there is a very high probability that Epstein's got dirt on him, only because now that I've seen Candace's thing and I know, I didn't realize that he was doing this for that long, you know, because when Trump was hanging out with him in like 91 or whatever, I'm like, who knows if the guy was even doing it then? He was. Like, now I know he was. That, like, that was his purpose, was collecting damaging information against these big guys. And then you go back, you're all, okay, they were friends. Like, they're doing, you know, it's far from impossible that he's got, you know, and like, who knows what it is though. But yeah, definitely 100% go watch Candace, dude. It's fucking awesome. But anyway, I love you guys. I got to go check out a house right now that we are probably not going to buy, but I'm going to go look at it anyway. So you guys are the best. Love you guys. Peace.